Ladies and gentlemen, here with a quick video, kind of giving you a bit of a reminder and also a bit of a breakdown of the new Hangar business. When I say new, I do kind of only mean that Rockstar has permanently increased the amount of money that you make with it. Before the change, you made about $800,000 at most with this business, but now at the very most you can make a cool $2.5 million. There is a few bits and pieces that are required to get there though. If you're unfamiliar with the Hangar business, I'll give you a few bullet points so you know what we're talking about here. In order to get to that $2.5 million, you will need to hit the 70% bonus requirement, which can only be achieved if you source only one type of product. But unfortunately, if you want to source one particular material over and over and over again, there will be a cooldown after each source mission. So really the best way to go about it when it comes to this business is to kind of switch between narcotics and also chemicals. These are two of the three most resourceful materials to go for, and if you were to get 25 of each, you will still get a 35% bonus to your resale value. Meaning that realistically speaking, you'll probably never really get that close to the $2.5 million. Having said that, in the grand scheme of things, the difference isn't all that huge, and you can probably make it up with the high demand cash bonus if you were to sell in a lobby with 25 or more players. Obviously, you can still sell this in a invite only and solo session too, but generally speaking, the business itself has not changed. There's a few core issues that I personally have with the Hangar business. The sourcing missions are quite long. If anything, some might even qualify as just being full-blown contact missions. They are quite good, they are quite fun to do, but from a business perspective, they don't really make a lot of sense to invest all the time into, especially in 2022. If you are someone who likes doing these missions, then yeah, sure, you can go and just casually do this. It's really a casual business you would probably do on the side if you feel like doing something different, because the missions themselves are quite cool. I recently went through a bunch of them, and honestly, it's, you know, can be some quite fun missions, except for that particular mission where you have to escort the Titan. Avoid that one, it's long and rather boring. The main issue with the Hangar business is the fact that it's not really solo friendly. For example, the sale missions will require you to most of the time sell multiple vehicles, even if you have very little crates that you have to sell. So that really makes everything a whole lot more of a hassle. Now luckily nowadays you are able to do these sale missions within an invite only session, and you will have enough time to do it if you are a solo player. But if you think about it in the grand scheme of things, playing this stuff with multiple players definitely makes a whole lot more sense. The main reason for that is because, for example, if you're doing a sourcing mission, if you have 3 additional friends with you while doing so, you'll be able to source 4 crates at once versus just doing just the one by yourself, making everything severely quicker. However, those people that are helping you are not getting anything out of it at all, other than the beautiful smile that you'll give them and a thumbs up for thanking to help them as well. So those other 3 people will just simply be left with nothing to show for, which makes this business really unappealing in a lot of senses, especially in 2022 when you have a lot more other businesses that are not only passive, but they're also just much more worth your time. The Hangar, generally speaking, still nowadays should probably still be seen as a storage unit for vehicles that require a hangar to be able to be bought. It is still not really worth the time and money in my opinion, because it takes such a long time to do these sourcing missions, and then the sale missions aren't really that friendly either. I think the fix to make the Hangar a little bit more appealing could actually be done very simply. I think if Rockstar were to give players that are helping you out with your Hangar business, they will also get 1 or 2 crates for their Hangar business. That way, whenever they're helping you source their stuff, they will still get a little bit of credit. Now, from a story perspective, and I guess this makes sort of sense perspective, it simply won't. But I think for the health of the game and the health and the appeal for the business, this will make a whole lot of sense. The money now is in a pretty good space, especially considering the fact that you can get about $1 million if you go for that, 2 different materials method. Especially if you then sell in a lobby with 25 players or more, you're walking away with an additional $500,000, giving you a cool $1.5 million. But if you again look at the time investment in order to get there, I'm not entirely sure how worth it is, especially as a solo player. And while we're on the topic of public sessions and high demand cash bonuses, there's also an additional bonus to the import and export business, which is now a high demand cash bonus. If you were to sell in a full lobby as a high-end vehicle, you will walk away with an additional $50,000. A pretty decent bonus. However, after a whopping 18 months, the import and export business still has a bug where you're unable to give your vehicles bulletproof tires or any sort of engine upgrades at all, as so gracefully pointed out by Bunny in my Twitch chat. So I think if Rockstar wants you to start selling in a public lobby, they should probably start off with two different things. Not being able to have the vehicle being locked on, as well as the fact that you can actually have some bulletproof tires on it so you don't get shot to shit. I figured I'd include in this video in case any devs are watching and are like, wait, we left that for 18 months? Maybe we want to fix that. Regardless, those are just some of my thoughts about the business changes within GTA Online. Let me know yours in the comments down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed or found it useful. Subscribe for more. And if you really like what you see on the channel, become a member like Chloe, KFC Chicken, GTA Plus, Maddie, and Not Fatigue. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you all later.